Hey mathematicians, Miss Savage of Savage Sullivan Math here. Thanks for joining us today. So today we're going to take a look at something super cool. We're going to take a look at volume of a sphere. And since I can't draw a sphere perfectly, I have this nice picture of one here. So we know that the formula for volume of a sphere is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. Well, in my picture, the only thing that I really need is the radius, which is nice because it's already given to me. So now I'm just going to plug in what I know. So I'm going to go ahead and copy down 4/3. Again, I'm always going to use 3.14 for pi unless I'm told otherwise. And my radius in my picture is 2.2. So I'm going to go ahead and times that by 2.2 cubed. So in my calculator, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cube the 2.2 first. Now what's important to be mindful of is we don't want to do any rounding yet. So we only want to round when we get to our final step, our final answer. So I'm going to copy down the 4/3. I'm going to copy down the 3.14. And in my calculator, when I do 2.2 to the third power, I get 10.648. And I am not going to round that because the second I do, I introduce rounding error, which I don't want to do. Now, in my calculator, I'm going to type this whole thing in. So just like one big long multiplication. And when I do that, I'm going to round now, since it's my final answer, to the nearest tenths place, so 1 decimal. And when I do that, I'm going to get 44.6 centimeters cubed. And we don't want to forget that our units are cubed, just like with any volume problem. And that is our answer. Nice!
Thanks, Mrs. Savage. Check out this huge beach ball that I just drew. It has a 12-foot diameter. So now we're going to plug this information into the formula for the volume of a sphere to figure out how much air this beach ball can hold. So we know that the volume of a sphere, again, is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. Well, I know what the diameter is. The diameter is 12, which means the radius is half of that. So it's 6. So right now I know that the volume is equal to 4/3 times pi. Remember, we are using 3.14 for our pi. And then my radius is 6, and that's cubed. So we need to simplify that exponent. This is going to be 6 times 6 times 6, not 6 times 3. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Pick up your calculator, type that in, because it will be a lot easier than trying to do it by hand. So when we calculate this and we get our final answer to the nearest hundredth, it is 904 and 32 hundredths. Don't forget your label. That's feet cubed. And that is your final answer.
If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe.